So you can always change the direction of your life at any given moment. The thing about it is that most people are so caught up in thought, right? In their own thoughts, that it's kind of just like a movie playing in your head over and over again, over and over again. And you never actually wake up to, wow, I'm actually living life. Like, I have choices that I can make right now that can dictate my next move, right? And I get it. I find myself doing the same thing. Sometimes, I'll be scrolling on my phone for too long. I'll be, on Twitter, on YouTube, whatever, right? Like, I'm just scrolling mindlessly, and then I'll catch myself. And every day I try to get faster on catching myself when I see myself just drifting off. I try to become as fast as possible to catch myself when I do that, right? Because I'm not perfect, and I'm not trying to say I'm perfect, right? But what I'm saying is, once you can become aware that you can snap yourself out of those patterns, and out of any pattern, you take control of your life again. Because there's endless distractions out here, man. Endless distractions. And that's what they are. They're meant to distract you. They're meant to distract you from actually becoming the most productive, the most optimized you. The most optimized version of you is distracted right now by Twitter, YouTube, whatever other, sites that you surf on your own time. All of that's meant to distract you. And all I'm saying is, start catching yourself when you get into these patterns of just drifting off and mindlessly, scrolling. Because at any given moment, you could change the direction of where you're going. At any moment. You have complete power. A lot of people might say, oh yeah, man, but, in terms of, I want to start my own business, and I want to work for myself and my job. Start making it possible, because you're thinking about it too small. I was in the same boat. I had a job, and while I had the job, yeah, I was miserable. I hated it. I hated working for somebody. But what did I do? I started thinking about it. How can I slowly start exiting out of this job so I can become 100% self-employed? How can I do that? And I started thinking about it. How can I do it? And slowly but surely, maybe 4 to 6 months later, I was 100% self-employed. But it couldn't have happened if I didn't focus on it, right? A lot of people want things. I wanted that thing, but I also worked for it. I also made it possible. And if you want to talk in terms of attraction, right? Like law of attraction, there's one thing, and I don't really give into this as much, because law of attraction almost seems like, it's promoted like, oh, you just sit there and wait and everything's going to come to you, which is an absolute lie. But what law of attraction is what you think about, you're going to start working towards it. And whatever you're thinking about is going to come to you faster, because whatever you want wants you as well. So as bad as you want to work for yourself, that version of you wants you as well, just as bad. It's like magnets, if you want to talk in terms of law of attraction. So don't just sit there and mindlessly scroll and mindlessly go about your day like, thinking you don't have power, you don't have a choice. Because that's completely wrong. I was in the same boat, man. The same boat. Every waking moment of your life, up until your death, you have a choice. That's why you're here right now, because all of the accumulation of your choices have led you to this point right now in time. All of our choices have led us to where we are right now in our lives at this exact moment. And the past is the past, and we'll never get it back. So there's no how could I say it? There's no benefit in looking backwards, because it's gone already and you're never going to get it back. But that's why I emphasize that you have a choice moving forward, because you can always change the timeline going forward. So the timeline of time is a one thing. You can never change it unless they invent a time machine. But I mean, you know, I don't know if I'll be around to see it, but I'll say this: the timeline of life can never be changed. 30 seconds ago is 30 seconds ago. I'll never live that moment again. So what are you worried about that one thing in your life that happened a year ago, 5 minutes ago, 6 months ago? What are you worried about that for? It's gone. It's gone, and it's gonna stay gone. So keep moving forward, because the one thing you do have in that situation is your choices to make moving forward. Why are you wasting brain power, mental power on thinking about the past? It's wasting energy. It's wasting brain power. That's what it is. So again, you could either decide to look at the timeline of your life as a downward spiral, or you could choose to look at it like an upward spiral.